This is Shelly Kraft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the second annual Growth Capital Expo, Las Vegas 2014. I have with me Mr. Richard Whitehead of Fundamental Applications Corp. It's a publicly traded company, and the symbol is FUN on the CSE. Richard, welcome to SNNLive.
Thank you so much for having me, Shelly. It's great to be here.
It's good to have you. Now, let's get right into it. Give us an overview on FUN.
So, Fundamental Applications is a new technology company that develops smartphone applications. We recently went through an IP acquisition to be able to purchase some IP related to anonymity applications as well as student-based marketplaces.
Why students?
So students really are a great marketplace. They are an accessible, quantifiable marketplace that is an early adopter for new technology. The product that we've developed is called Foro, and Foro is a student marketplace. It allows within 15 seconds a student to be able to open up the app, take a photograph, and post a photo and a description of a product.
Why is anonymity so important?
Anonymity is a really interesting space, and it's got a lot of traction in technology. It's basically giving people the ability to communicate and not necessarily show who they are. By doing so, the millennial generation has the ability to communicate more openly and freely.
So, I'm not a millennial, if you've noticed. So, how do I get to understand what they're using this for? Is it socially acceptable? Are they communicating within their network, in their circles, in their community? As I'm reaching for words now, So can you explain that a little more?
Definitely. So the fundamental application that we're actually selling is this product called Foro. And Foro is this student marketplace. It has anonymity built into it, but it really is about providing a venue for students to be able to change goods. So for instance, at the end of a semester, they want to be able to sell the products or sell textbooks or a computer or a cell phone. They're able to do that and sell amongst each other. The product is geographically specific and it's peer-to-peer. So basically it allows students to be able to see people that are close to them and then trade and interact. It's just a really amazing platform.
Now it's starting to formulate in my brain. It sounds like almost like an eBay of sorts, or some way of trading that, whether it's by anonymity or not, it doesn't really make a difference, right? Because it doesn't matter. But how do they exchange goods? They mail it to each other. Is that it?
So usually they'll do it in person. So person to person, we basically take all of the value out of a company like Craigslist and a company like eBay, and we merge it together and make it mobile. So everything that you can do in a peer-to-peer Craigslist transaction, Foro does, as well as the user rating skills. So basically the ability to see the reliability of the seller and the purchaser are integrated into the product. It allows you to see mutual Facebook friends, the geography, so the location of the other person, and it makes it a much safer transaction for people to be able to meet. When they meet one-to-one, there's bad stories around Craigslist. Every once in a while you'll hear stories of people getting hurt or losing their money. Something that Foro does to make this safer is it integrates credit card transactions. You can either sell with cash, you can sell with credit card, and if you have a large purchase, you don't need to carry that cash.
So this is now something that could expand geometrically. How do you generate new users?
What we find really interesting is as soon as we launch on a campus, so this product is live, it's currently functioning, we've spent $0 marketing dollars on it, we already have 8,500 users on 3 different campuses in both Canada and the United States. Came from Stanford University, is where our CTO is actually based out of, and he's the one who came up with this idea. As soon as we drop this in a region, it explodes like a bomb. It's just crazy how fast the uptake is, where students talk to students and tell them about this new product.
What's your background?
My background is marketing. I've got 16 years in technology, working for startup type environments, mostly senior marketing and sales type positions. I've done a lot of product launches all over the world, US predominantly, but also Europe, Asia. So I'm really a communications guy. I'm really a storyteller. Yeah.
So Richard, let me ask you a question. Where did this idea come from?
It's a really, really interesting story. So Shelly, I'm a Craigslist guy. I had a love affair with Craigslist. I found that there were so many things in my home that I didn't need, but I wanted to be able to move. So I started using Craigslist to be able to help myself sell these things. One of the things that I noticed though is that as I did this, I would make appointments with people, they wouldn't come, I'd spend an entire afternoon waiting for people and I wouldn't be able to actually make a transaction, and the entire time there was a level of safety that I didn't really feel that I had. I wasn't able to feel secure that the stranger that I was going to meet was somebody who's going to have my best interests at heart. So what I found with this love affair that I had with Craigslist was that it was one-sided. I was giving my love to Craigslist, but Craigslist didn't really give me anything in return. And as a result, I found a new technology, which is Foro. It was developed by a Stanford University graduate who wanted to sell his textbooks, but had no venue to be able to do it. He's a mobile kind of guy. He had no interest to be at a desktop at Craigslist trying to sell and spending his time really trying to connect with people. He developed this application where it's extremely fast and easy for people to be able to sell products among students. Our website is www.funappcorp.com. We're traded on the CSE, and our symbol listing is FUN.
Ladies and gentlemen, Richard Whitehead, Fundamental Applications Corp. Again, symbol FUN, F-U-N, on the CSE. I'm Shelly Kraft. This is SNNLive, and we're coming to you live from the second annual Growth Capital Expo right here in Las Vegas, Nevada, 2015. Richard, thanks for coming on to
Thank you so much, Shelly. This has been a wonderful experience. This is my first Growth Capital Expo, and it's just a great event. We're really happy to be here.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming on.